3, 2, 1, go. Oh, snap. What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Cranking out videos today, video number 2. Stumbled upon this, caught me by surprise. I'm just here looking at cars. Joe the ZL1 here, but today we're about to do a video on the 2023 Lightning F150. So this will be my first experience in an EV, and it's going to be a truck. Two things that I'm not huge fans of, but I never experienced it on my own, so we're about to do that today. Per my last video, the Blazer, should you buy the Blazer or the Blazer EV, this will give me more insight on what I can get from an EV or the experience, because I know the acceleration will be there. But let me quit talking. Let's just get in here. Shout out to Jose for giving me the keys to this here at City of Cars. They're our friends. Say what's up, Jose.
Jose.
So Jose, he's my guy here at City of Cars. So shout out to him. Sold my GT350 for me. He got me in this F150 Lightning. Not buying it because it's still not my thing and it's not the car for me, but I need to experience this. Oh man, we got some stuff going on in the front. So let's cut to the intro. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. Approximately 3 seconds after the intro just got shot into, we are shooting into the front trunk. What is this, a 400-pound maximum payload? I have never experienced one of these, so everything's going to be brand new. I haven't went over it yet, so I want everything to catch me by surprise. Man, we got it's like this was a work truck or something. People who use these for work. Got 4 outlets, USB, USB-C.
It can actually power your entire house. Funny story, Skelneck, when the last power outage happened here in Detroit, Skelneck actually used one of these Lightnings to power their entire dealership and servers while the power was out.
A dealership?
The dealership did, yeah.
When I lost power, I used my car to charge my phone. Top that. But power in the house? Oh man, that's crazy. But this thing is a utility beast. Now, as far as a daily, this would be the perfect daily. If I'm buying an EV, it should be a truck because it's the size of it, and it's going to be efficient because it's EV. You don't have to buy gas. It's going to be quick, and it's the F-150. Like, look at the front trunk. Like, that's bigger than all the capacity of my Camaro, and it still has a bed. Still the utility of a truck, and it has even more torque. I'm not sure if it has more torque than the Ranger. I don't even know the specs on this. This is going to be just walking into an experience. We're going to experience this whole truck together. So let's get a look on the inside here. This looks like denim, but feels like, I don't know, that's something new. And then we got this traditional F-150 piece here. Look, what are these materials? Got the B&O, that's some good stuff. Bang & Olufsen, the Germans use them. This whole thing, look at the startup screen, huge. What is this, like 18 inches?
Onboard scales.
Scales? What are we weighing? Like in the trunk or something?
In the trunk, yeah. So you'll be able to measure your payload directly without actually having to weigh anything pre-app. It's got scales built into the bed. That
is an amazing feature. Got some pretty good graphics on the screen too. Normal, sport. We got off-road mode. Do we even need the Raptor anymore?
I don't think so after this. I want to say this is actually quicker than the Raptor.
It's quicker than the Raptor?
It's insane.
Probably.
This is probably going to be the fastest F-150 you've ever driven.
Man. Oh man, it sounds as good as the Raptor too. You hear that rev? Man, that's amazing. Oh, that's a luxury feature right there. Hoods closed by themselves.
Ready to drive it?
Let's drive this thing, because this can't get more utilitarian than this, and it's still as practical as a normal F-150, which is what I think the most practical type of vehicle you can buy. And just looking in this tailgate back here, got more power outlets, LED lights, towing stuff to lock everything down, which you truck people do. Man, these are like a 220. All kinds of power outlets back here. And then you got the ramps for the tailgate. All that good stuff. But let me hop into the driver's seat. You can even see these LEDs in the daytime. Man, so let's experience this Lightning F150. Got the panoramic sunroof up here too. Huge. I feel like that's a must-have in the car, but it's a must-not-have today. Oh my God, that's the back window. Gotta close the shade before I melt. My God, sun. Beam me up, Scotty. The air is on. I cannot go through all these features. There's so many features on these things. I don't know the options, the specs, but just looking at the screen here, a million settings, driver assist. Oh my God. This is the one type of vehicle to do it all. 60% charge. I think that's all I need to know. Oh, we got to turn on the butt coolers. That's a must-have feature. All right, so let me power this thing on. Foot on the brake. That's it. And that's Ford's automatic chime to make sure I put on my seatbelt. If you buckle up while it's doing that, it will stop chiming. Take a look here. We'll do that one more time. That's something you might not have known, but it gives you 6 seconds to buckle up. If you buckle up, that turns off. So, and the little telltale with the guy down there tells you, like, oh, we buckled up, let me stop chiming. So that's what those are. So, let me get my seat adjusted, mirrors adjusted. This truck has a ton of visibility, something, oh my God, that is not what I meant to do. Mirrors fold, good to know that. Power folding mirrors. Everything on here has to be power. This is the Lightning. I would be kind of disappointed if it didn't. But let's drive this thing. I have never driven an EV. I felt nothing going in the drive. Automatics, normally you can feel it go forward. But let's see. Foot off the brake. We're still sitting here. Foot on the gas. Oh, is the parking brake on? I don't know. So one thing I do know about EVs is they have 1 foot driving. That's what I hear. I have no idea what that's like, but let me see. I'm going to accelerate a little bit coming out the parking lot, and I'm just going to let off the accelerator. Oh, nope, got to hit on the brake. There's a Chevy. We got a rival. You don't have an electric Silverado out yet. You'll be the market soon, though. So let me get on the road right here. And before I do anything, I got to do a little bit of an acceleration because I'm just so curious to know. All right, adjust my mirror so I can know if a car is coming. We're in sport mode because why would you want to accelerate in any other mode? What drive is this? I don't know. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, snap. I got to do that again because that was, I felt pressure in my head. That's something I never felt before. All right, one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! That is 60 miles an hour. My head feels quite weird after that. I like that. I can do that all day long. But I'm not, because that's going to drain the battery. So driving on this normal road, somewhat bumpy, but not in this F-150. F-150s are really smooth, and I count them as a luxury car to me as far as the ride quality goes. Let's go into a sewer, little divot, barely felt it. But let's get out on the main road and see how this is just driving normally. Foot off the accelerator. It does slow down, but let me hit the brakes. Wait for traffic to pass. How does the horn sound on one of these things? I just gotta know. Oh, it's the same. I had to do that. Sorry, everybody. Just curious. First time in an EV. Looking at the screen right here, it does have a volume knob. I'm not going to play any music. Does it have any other buttons? Like, is there a home screen somewhere on here? I don't know. What does that do? Okay, not going to be playing around with that. it's just going to take some getting used to. More power outlets. What do you people need to charge everywhere around this vehicle? Outlet here, 12 volt. Wireless battery charger down here. More USB power outlets. If I look in here, I can bet there is a power outlet somewhere. Oh my God, how do I open that? GT350, you can hear it. More power outlets. Who would have thunk it? Car is very comfortable. Nicely padded right there. F-150 cuts down here so you can see more on the visibility on the main road. It's quiet. I hear the ventilated seats going more than I hear anything else. This is smooth. Now we're coming up to a red light. Let me see how the brakes are. I know they can be communicative or not. Squishy, but it's not a sports car. I didn't expect it to like just bite. This being an EV and my first time in one, just need to get that experience and let you all know how it is, because we're coming from Challengers, Mustangs, and Camaros. This is completely different. And we did borrow a Raptor and the Ram TRX from City of Cars, but this is a completely different experience. Just drive on these cracks and bumps. This feels like an air suspension. I'm more impressed with the suspension and this acceleration over everything. Let's see about the body roll. Jose, you got your barf bag. Oh yeah, it's definitely a ton of body roll. But this isn't a sports car. Just had to test it out to see what it was like. Ton of body roll. But just driving normally, let me let my seat back a little bit, because we're just relaxing today. This is not a serious drive. We're not here to get the best lap times, 0 to 60, which we already done. Didn't time it. But this is good. We have a ton of buttons on the steering wheel. Got your volume, skip feature. That's like basically all I use. Highly configurable cluster, which I would have to sit down for like maybe 30 minutes just to see all the features on here, but that's not what this is all about. This is just the first impression. GT350. But yeah, this is impressive. So this isn't even posted on the website yet. Is this spoken for, Jose?
Not yet.
Not spoken for yet. What are we looking for as far as pricing on here?
It's probably going to be going for about 100 grand.
100 grand. And that's about what I expect. This is a fully loaded model. This is up there. I don't know if this is the platinum or not. I don't even know what trim this is, but this is blowing me away with everything that I see. It's more Ford on the inside. The interiors are always kind of darkish, but I do like the contrast of this. I don't even know what this is, but it has like orange stitching. Looks like denim jeans to me. But alright, we're about to make a turn up here. Let me accelerate before the turn. And then, can't lie, the brakes do feel different. It's not smooth as I expect the car to be when stopping, but it's just different. It takes some getting used to, and letting your foot off the accelerator will slow the car down more than it would in a traditional internal combustion engine vehicle. Taking a turn. There's not a lot of steering feel to it, but in these vehicles, like trucks, these are meant for to be comfortable vehicles. Like, there's not a lot of feedback in the traditional F-150 either. It's just something you don't find in a lot of vehicles today. So another thing about this is just one speed. There's no transmission in here, so every time you go, it's just a strong acceleration. It's just all smooth. And that's something different too, especially from a manual enthusiast like me. I'm used to shifting gears. There's none of that. Let's check out some passing power here. Man. This thing is quick to have this much heft. And I don't know exactly what this weighs, but I'm imagining like 6,000 pounds at least. And this thing, my God. It moves. Man, this is a new age vehicle now. This trucks used to be slow, like Have you ever driven like a 1995 Bronco? It takes that thing like 20 seconds to do 60. No exaggeration. With the 5-liter V8. This thing will blow the 2 doors off that thing. This is a revolutionized vehicle, and this is where the future is going to be. I think this F-150 is what a daily driver should be. It's a one-trick pony. Everything. Family car. It's fast enough accelerating. It's not a sports car. I gotta keep throwing that out because this is basically a sports car channel. But for a car that can do everything, highly impressed. Like I would choose this over the Blazer EV that I mentioned in the last video. This will be more expensive, but they do have cheaper alternatives than this. This is more of a fully loaded, and they'll be about the same speed. And I mentioned that in the vehicle before, or in the video before, about the performance of these things. Most EVs are just plain fast. Like, what more can you do in a straight line to just, they're all fast. Like, this will be as fast as the Blazer EV, which is as fast as the Hyundai Ioniq 5, 6, whatever it is. These names are getting kind of weird. But yeah, shout out to Jose to getting us access to this F-150 Lightning. First EV experience. I gotta keep doing that because it's hard to explain the pressure. It feels like I'm on a roller coaster. Like I can get seasick if I did that a lot. But yeah, this is phenomenal daily driver. I don't know how many miles to a charge this gets, but they generally get like at least 230 miles to a charge, maybe 300, somewhere around that area. But I can put all the stats on the screen. 'Cause like I said, I just walked into this and we're just experiencing this in a childlike manner. First time experiencing this. This vehicle isn't connected, like the brakes feel a little squishy. Steering wheel is like very free to move around. But we do have regenerative braking. That's something that we're going to see more. Oh, there's my range. 169 mile range. And that's close to a full charge. And since I was driving like an idiot, my range has suffered dearly from that. But that's what happens. Phenomenal visibility. Like, this is still an F-150. The powertrain is just different. The layout. It's got the updated tech. Can do many things. But let us get back to City of Cars. That's my first impressions on this phenomenal EV. Thanks to Jose for holding the camera for me, getting my reactions on that, because I was going to do a point of view, and I don't think it would have turned out as lovely, because you wouldn't have been able to see my facial expressions and the confusion, the emotion going through there, and just, man, childlike experience. I like that. So, in the sea of these other vehicles, got the Acadia, MKX, Cherokee, XT4, is that a Suburban or Yukon over there? Like those types of vehicles, these are decent, but for an everyday vehicle, what I would choose, the truck. Oh, why is it putting its lights on? But yeah, this would have to be it. If I got a daily driver as an EV, there we go. It's got to be a truck. And this thing, I can't say enough positive about it. This is my ideal daily driver. Not the Camaro. Well, let's talk about the Camaro. It's got to be fun. Mine have to be able to move, fun to drive, and shifting is fun to me. And it has to be able to carry stuff around. I can't do everything in the Camaro as a sole car. So the Blazer RS that we do have, that picks up where the Camaro fails to deliver. This thing, the things that the Blazer can do, this can do even better. It's more efficient because it's an EV. Way more utilitarian. Like they powered a dealership with this thing. Like who's having these problems? How often does that happen? But like if you want the camp, you can do a lot of things with that. Like this is revolutionary, and I'm thankful the engineers at Ford thought about these kinds of problems that people could potentially have in the future. Like I've seen videos of people using it as a generator for the house. I lost power a couple times recently for a few days, and that sucked. But if I had one of these, boom, I can get some power to the house. I don't know how it powers a house like that. Does it hook up to the breaker panel? Who knows? But it is a thing you can do, and that's game changing right there. And the range, it gets good range. Like it can get as much gas mileage as I can get the gas mileage equivalent per charge. Like 100, it said 169, but I'm getting like 200 on full from day-to-day driving, just normal driving on the ZL1. This thing, it'll do better than that, so that's a plus of it. It's not a performance car, gotta keep saying that. So I'm so performance car minded, but I'm trying to be truck and everyday minded for people. I still don't know what truck people love about trucks, but it can do everything. If you don't care about handling, steering feel, brake pedal feel, boom, this is what cars started off as, trucks. So they can carry whatever you want to. It's got a scale in the back. Like who's having these problems? Who thought to put that in there? Like, these are some good things, and it's just software. Like, it adds to the cost, of course, but these are good things to have. But the one thing I say, you can power a house if you lose power. If you lost power, you also can't power this. So hopefully everything is just temporary, not too long, or you'll have a dead car that's just a hunk of metal, not able to do anything. But if you lose power to the house, at least your food won't spoil. If it's a hot summer day, get your AC running, boom, there we go. 2023 F-150 Lightning. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Very impromptu. Like, it was the vehicle that was available. I said I have to drive it. I have to drive it. First EV experience. I am thrilled. It's a little bit different than an ICE, but not that different. Just how it's kind of like driving a manual. When you let off the accelerator in the lower gear, it'll kind of like, you'll go forward just a little bit, but it was much less noticeable on the EV than it is my Camaro. But there we have it, F-150 Lightning, phenomenal. I want to see what everybody else brings to the table, because it's like, what more do you want? Like, it's got scales, power outlets for days, sport mode, track mode, off-road capabilities. What more do you want your car to do? They have all these answers that I don't know who's asking these questions, but kudos for these options being available. Looking forward to see what the EV Silverado does. I've seen Rivian reviews. Haven't seen one at a dealership. Probably won't. Maybe, do they even have? How do you get those? They don't have dealerships. I would find one at City of Cars, because they would be the place to get one. But huge shout out and thanks to City of Cars. Make sure you check them out. citycars.com. They have lots of vehicles here. All kinds of vehicles. I noticed on the inside they had some nice things in there. And actually, let's go take a look at those now. Wrapping the video up. I'm Q. Welcome to my channel, and goodbye. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browser channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. Super dude. One of my the G8 with the performance wheels. Before a Maverick. This looks like the base model. Just looking at the wheels. Bronco. What we have in the garage? Some C8s. We got an Imposter C8. The 458. It's got a little bit of a similar resemblance to it, but one is obviously a Ferrari. And we have the Inflator. I don't know the name of it. The entry level Ferrari right here. Is that a super fast? I don't think so. The AMG CT4V Blackwing with the track package. Got the carbon fiber canards right here. And another track car. We got the Mach 1 with the track package on it. You can tell by this extra little extension on the splitter right there, how the wheels poke out as well. This is what I love about the Mustangs, and those wheels poke out. Really like the Mach 1. But we got a new Mach 1 coming out. The Dark Horse will be out there soon. 911. But yeah, back to this thing. It's got all the Shelby parts on it from the 6th gen Mustang things. This is the spoiler that I used to have on the GT350, but it's Mach 1 5 liter. So this, highly recommend these cars. If you're one of these sports cars, this is one of the ones I highly recommend. And we got the Aston Martin DBX, got the Grand Cherokee, Range Rover over there, got a Ferrari 360 hiding back there. And along with the Corvettes, we got this big rival, American rival. We got old school, we got a Viper, we got a Viper, we got a Viper, and we got a Viper. The company that made EVs relevant and cool got the Tesla. Now I'm curious to drive one of these. It's the Tesla Model X with the doors that go up. We got the AMG over here. Wait, no, is that an SL? Let me see. It might be the new SL. I'm not opposed to giant screens. I think it's the future. I don't mind them. A lot of people hate them. As far as manuals, this Camaro's a manual. Mach 1's a manual. That Cadillac's a manual. Oh, it's the SL63. I think this is a new one, brand new, because the SL went away for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this might be a 23 or a 20. Like how these wings sticking out. The gurney flap, couldn't think of it earlier. The gurney flap on the back of the Mach 1. If I didn't have that ZL1, boom. Or maybe you, I don't know.